You're listening to Heroes in the Moment.
What's up, heroes? I'm Michael.
And I'm Nathan.
Today, we're doing latest superhero news, part 5.
Part 5, baby!
Otherwise known as V.
V. Roman numerals.
Roman numeral number V.
I know what that means. Yes.
We know.
We went to school.
We did go to school.
Surprisingly.
Thankfully. Yeah. All right, but we get into latest superhero news. So, right off the bat, we have a little bit lesser to talk about. Lesser, is that a word? Lesser?
It is, but it doesn't fit in that context.
A little less. I'm not a grammar person. A little less to talk about this week. But we're going to get right into it. So first off, we got to talk about other projects. Of course, DC is still, crazy, and going through other stuff. But there are apparently other projects that are still going to get greenlit, such as Peacemaker, Penguin, and then some others like Blue Beetle's apparently still in the works and greenlit and stuff. But of course, Batgirl is still scrapped. But they said that the girl who plays Batgirl may get the chance to reprise her role and play her in another capacity, which would be all right with
that. Well, that makes sense. To be honest, I feel like they'd be complete idiots to scrap, Peacemaker, seeing how well it did. I mean, it was outperforming Book of Boba Fett. Obviously, that's not, saying too much. It was Disney Plus big show at the time, but it was just terrible.
Right.
But we saw the success of Peacemaker. I really do think Blue Beetle will be solid. And the other originals have been really good too. So I understand if there's proven success, why they would just change to choose that, with Discovery coming in.
So it's crazy.
And with Leslie Grace, I definitely think she does deserve a chance. Not saying I'd like to see an entire movie dedicated to her.
That's one thing anyway. But is there should never have been even a greenlit production for Batgirl
when
anyway.
We haven't seen movies about our favorite characters, like Green Lantern or Cyber characters like that. But it's basically give her a chance, but just don't start her out, in a solo movie.
Right. Which even though it's still sad because it's done, and then all the other stuff, and the music's done for it, and all that work that went into the film, and just being threw away. Like if I worked on the film, had a big role, I would be very disappointed, even if it wasn't that good. I would still personally like to see it and it be released just because of the fact that it was done.
But I don't maybe understand why they couldn't just, put it on the old HBO Max and say, you know what, this is not part of our universe.
Right. It's just a fun movie.
It's just like a standalone.
Which originally wasn't supposed to be theaters anyway. It was supposed to be just purely HBO Max release. So I don't know why they just didn't go through with that anyway.
Maybe they just scrapped it because of it was just supposed to be on HBO, and then Discovery's like, nah, that won't work with us. That won't work with us. I don't know.
It's possible.
I don't know the details.
I don't know. But we do know is that apparently DC is trying to find their Kevin Feige, as they say, to try to helm DC. I'm available. But they're trying to find their Kevin Feige, and they're looking at other people and stuff. Apparently, but I hope they find somebody that can do it.
They need a strong leader with an actual
They need somebody who can do this. They need somebody who can make a successful 10-year plan and make it work.
Yeah, and they've already announced that 10-year plan, but it seems weird they don't have someone in place
unless these are all just speculation and rumors, and these are just fans saying they're trying to find the Kevin Feige when actually they have him or her, and they're just trying to sort out their edges or whatever they need to do. But I mean, I have hope for DC. It just doesn't make sense. People, and then I see people getting mad. They're like copying Marvel's formula. Why would they copy Marvel's formula? They need to copy Marvel's formula. That would make so much sense, and it'd be perfect for DC.
Yeah, and other franchise, they need to do that too.
Yeah,
the whole connected franchise, dude. It's like a cash cow, bro. You introduce your characters, you make them loved, and then you just split out into different movies to shows, and people will watch that just because they like the characters. It's a shared universe,
And personally, though, I just love to see it in the movies. Forget the shows for now. Just give me the movies, and let me see it come into fruition. Let me see it build up to Darkseid, and let me see that, please. Yeah. Because I would love that, and I know everybody else would, too.
It needs to be a comic book nerd who appreciates cinema, who also is a really good businessman and leader. Obviously, that's Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of names, being tossed around. That one dude in charge of the CW's Arrowverse.
Yeah.
Greg Berlanti.
I don't know.
Or something like that. His name is being rumored. I don't know. I'd rather not have somebody associated with CW.
Yeah. That's fair.
In charge of it, maybe, but
he did do good in the past, with the shows and stuff and all the interconnectedness, and they were all very well done interconnectedly. So that's a good aspect.
Yeah.
But other than that, and then I'm hearing like rumors of The Rock, and I'm like,
Yeah,
you know?
dude, no, I heard like for like they're gonna look, or at least look to him like for an advisor for upcoming films.
I mean,
which I think would be fine. Like, you know, the Rock knows how to make blockbuster Hollywood movies. So even if DC movies are just like, you know, blockbuster, that would still help them out.
That would.
I know, you know, the names of Zack Snyder and James Gunn are rumored, but there's no way
James Gunn wouldn't do it, and Zack Snyder doesn't need to do it.
Yeah, he's out, and I really do think that makes way for Todd Phillips potentially. Maybe I've heard a couple of rumors for that too. He's just done the one Batman movie, and that sequel isn't even greenlit yet, as we found out this week. But I don't know. I feel like he could put together a pretty coherent universe.
I don't know. Maybe Matt Reeves. I mean, you know, I don't know. But we'll see what they do. We'll see. All right. So other news, Joker 2 is apparently it's going to be, of course, like we've been theorizing, a soft musical. It's not going to be like in your face like Hamilton or In the Heights.
Well, obviously, I'm glad.
Obviously, it has to be. But I think the way that they're planning this, I think it's going to be brilliant, and I can't wait to see this executed. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and it just kind of confirmed what we were talking about earlier, you know. We kind of predicted that. Check our old pod.
Check it out. We talk about things. All right. So next up, we got to talk about the MCU-wise news, and of course, a company that does have their things together, but maybe a little bit too much together. But now we got to talk about MCU. So that is, first off, we get our new looks at Ironheart. We saw a little bit images of her in her suit, which the suit's very big and bulky.
Yeah, it looks like a suit from Halo.
Yeah, it does.
To be honest, like an exosuit. It really does.
It does. So I'm wondering if it's probably made out of vibranium. I would guess, you know, considering she being in Wakanda forever.
You can't break into that mess, man.
No, so that's exciting. I mean, you know, it looks not horrible. So I mean, I'll take it. And then it has been revealed that Anthony Ramos will be playing the villain, the Hood, in Ironheart.
I can't lie. I saw the set pictures, and I think he looks really dumb.
Dumb?
Yeah. Did you not see it?
Yeah,
he looks like a Kmart red. What was that guy's name who would like rob the rich and get to the poor? It's not Peter Pan.
Robin Hood?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Red Riding. I was like, that's definitely not.
I think he looks pretty good.
He looks like him, but an off-brand red version.
Well, I mean, he looks comic accurate.
Also, I feel like he deserves a little better. I think his intro shouldn't be in a smaller show as a villain when he'd probably never appear again. I would have low-key liked to see Anthony Ramos like in a bigger project, in multiple ones.
Really?
Because I think he's that good of an actor. Like,
yeah, but like the same could be said about Ethan Hawke, and then he did such a good job in Moon Knight.
That's very true. But I don't think this show would be near on the level of like a Moon Knight.
Yeah,
Ethan Hawke left a huge impression.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I don't know. I mean, I think he's cool. The villain, of course, the Hood is a very small villain in the comics, but it's cool to see, you know, more growth in villains and stuff. And the Hood was an apparent member of like the villain version of the Illuminati, with Doctor Doom and Namor and other stuff. So that could be a possibility in the future that they could be building up to as well.
That'd be crazy. It would be Namor crazy. Like Doctor Doom.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
that's crazy to think about.
He's always just in the shadows.
Yeah,
but, anyway, but it'd be kind of cool to see, and I'm excited to see Anthony Ramos as a villain. So that's cool to see as well. All right, some other news: Kingpin. We get a first look of him from the Echo series back in his white suit, and he does look a little bit bigger.
He looks bigger. He looks great. He looks great.
I agree.
No complaints here. I'm just glad to see him back.
I am glad to see him along with Daredevil, of course, going to be in the series as well. And I wonder what suit they're going to have him in this show, because we know in the She-Hulk show we're getting the comic accurate yellow and red. So I wonder how we're going to get.
They can throw around like multiple ones, you know, like the Netflix show did. I think we'll see that red and yellow. I think we'll see a black one. I think we'll see an all red one.
I would like to see the gray one from the comics a lot. Ooh, I like that one a lot.
That'd be
stealth
tough.
Suit.
Yeah,
I want that one.
Right.
So we'll see. All right, moving on to also talk more about Daredevil. We got some news about Daredevil Born Again. We got news that Typhoid Mary's going to be in this series, and that Bullseye will be the primary villain of the first season.
I wonder if they recast the actor who played Bullseye.
I don't know.
In season 3.
I don't know.
I've been rewatching season 3 with my girlfriend. And bro, it's crazy. Bullseye is such a legitimate villain.
He is a cool villain.
It feels wrong to say, but I almost like him better. The Kingpin in the show is how legit, you know, like he kind of, in the show, he takes on Daredevil's identity, tries to ruin his public image. But he's crazy talented too, so I hope they get the same guy, for real.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like,
and I would
him
like
and
to see
Kingpin maybe not working together, but you got like, I don't know, maybe 2 villains.
2 villains.
I don't know what that
Well, I mean, always Kingpin's always going to be the overarching.
Yeah, the big one.
So I think not Daredevil, but Kingpin's gonna have a bigger role in the MCU than we see, being the street level. I think he's gonna run a lot of the street level stuff. So,
and I would love to see Spider-Man interact with him in the future
for sure.
too.
I think we will. I think
that'd be really cool.
I think Kingpin could possibly be in Spider-Man 4 and Daredevil have a bigger role in Spider-Man 4, and then just see that happen. That'd be really cool. A little team up movie.
That'd be so
I would
cool.
love that.
Wow.
But we'll see. All right, so now moving on to She-Hulk. Obviously, She-Hulk is coming out this Thursday of this week, which is crazy. So right now, we're going to give our Heroes in the Moment first predictions of how we think this show will be, how the show will do, and if we think we'll like it or not. So what do you think, Nathan?
So just to be clear, is it just dropping the one episode?
I think so. I could be wrong, but I think it's just the one. It's going to be 9.
Overall, I think I'll like this show. I'll definitely enjoy seeing all the heroes that it pulls in. I do think it'll be funny, but I also do think like the comedy might just undercut some of the stakes. Right. Obviously, which I'm not a huge fan of. I think I'll end up giving it around a 7, to be honest. I'm just kind of worried about what they're going to do to Abomination, Hulk, and Daredevil.
Yeah.
In the show this comical.
Right. See, that I'm personally, from what I've seen from this show, I have not liked a lot. From what I've seen, especially the CGI, of course, is already not that good.
Yeah,
and then the whole thing with Professor Hulk, being that she's stronger than him, which makes zero sense and makes me so mad. And I don't know. I think this show, I don't think it's going to do very well. If I'm being honest, if I could predict, I think that this will be the least watched Disney Plus show to date. I do. I think it will be. I just do.
Below Miss Marvel?
It may be a little bit higher than Miss Marvel, but I still think it's going to be very low. I don't think a lot of people are going to watch it.
I think it'll be higher than Miss Marvel, and I do think it'll be higher than Hawkeye, because I think those are the 2 lowest.
They are.
As far as the live action Disney Plus series.
I still don't think I see She-Hulk failing. I really do. I don't see it going beyond that.
I know.
Unless it has a good opening episode and everybody really likes it, and then it pulls more people in.
And I also think people will stay for the characters. Like, I think that's going to be a really big thing. I think the plot could really suck, but with promises of Daredevil, and of just seeing the Hulk again, I think people are just going to want to see it. Anyway.
Daredevil could boost it quite a bit as well, and seeing the Hulk and the possibility of a raging Hulk could bring more people in. But I just don't see the show being successful, in my opinion. And from the trailers, it never has appealed to me that much, except for a few scenes and stuff. In the comedy, I'm okay with it being a comedy show if they want to go that route. But the comedy that I've seen has been so cheesy and so not funny.
Dude, just cast Paul Rudd as She-Hulk.
As She-Hulk, goated.
This is not a shot at Jennifer Walters, but I've never seen her in anything. Well, so I don't know if she's funny. You
mean Tatiana Maslany?
Yeah.
Yeah, the girl who plays Jennifer Walters? Yeah. I've never seen her either.
I've never.
But all the comedy in the trailers and stuff has not made me laugh. It's made me mad because it's not funny. It reminds me Thor: Love and Thunder level comedy. It's
get some
so
actual comedians in there, man.
Please. If they're going to make it a comedy, not something to laugh at. I want to laugh with it.
Paul Rudd in there.
Please.
Paint him green.
Give me Paul Rudd.
Yes.
I would love Paul Rudd.
I don't know, I think it's gonna be your classic MCU humor that undercuts everything. Yeah. And I think diehard fans are going to be really mad, while more the mainstream fans are just going to think it's hilarious and love seeing the characters.
There's already a clip of them making fun of Captain America's virginity, so...
Bruh,
that's just...
Cap is better than you'll ever be.
Ever.
Don't ever say that about Cap.
So...
Dude, he got married.
He did.
He wasn't forever. He went back in time.
He did, but it's still just. I just don't think it's going to be very good, to be honest. If I had to predict, I think I'll probably end up giving it a 5 out of 10 or lower.
Oh wow, bro! I don't think you've ever rated something lower than I have.
I don't know.
Maybe Peacemaker or something like that.
Peacemaker, I did, but I don't know.
But this is all right.
We'll see. I could be wrong. This show could blow me away. I hope it does.
I hope it does.
I hope it's good.
Man.
I hope it's good. But I just don't see it personally. All right, moving on to Marvel Sony news. We got some news about the new Madam Web film. Of course, the cast is already stacked. With
stacked,
is it Dakota Johnson? Is that correct?
Dakota Johnson, yeah.
And the girl who plays in Euphoria, what's her name? I forget.
Starts with the S.
Does it? Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney.
Sweeney or something like that.
That's right.
I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know.
So that, and then some other cast members as well.
Emma Roberts.
Some other cool stuff.
She's playing the mom.
Yeah, so
Peter Parker.
And there's the possible plot has been leaked apparently about that there's going to be the villain is going to be wanting to go back in time to kill Peter Parker before he gets to become Spider-Man. And apparently it's going to be very multiverse centered of a film. It's going to bring in like a lot of different multiversal people across like the Spider-Verse, I guess you could say, for this movie. And so far, like from what I've seen, the reviews about the plot and the ideas, it's not been bad, and everybody's been like, "Okay, this movie might be a sleeper. It might be actually really good."
I know. I know for a fact we have been definitely asleep on it.
We have been,
but just seeing the cast photos that were leaked, like it just makes sense because we saw a picture of Emma Roberts being pregnant, and then her husband. But dude, that sounds so cool. Like going back in time to stop Spider-Man.
And apparently, Ben Parker, Uncle Ben's gonna have a big role in this movie as well.
And we've never seen that.
And we've not seen that really as well, along with of course, Madam Webb and the other characters involved in that. So I mean, from that so far, I'm interested.
That sounds really cool,
man. I'm interested. So, and apparently, it's gonna take place in the past. And then work its way up to, of course, Peter Parker being Spider-Man. Which Peter Parker is, we don't know, but it's exciting nonetheless.
I wonder who the demographic is for this movie because it seems like it's mainly like a female-led cast. It is, at least from what I see. So
it is. So like,
makes me wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if they how they do it. But
Loki might be goated.
It might be excited now. It might be really good, or it could not be. I don't know. Knowing Sony, who knows?
Might be a flop.
Who knows? All right. So next up, moving on to some completely different news, not DC, Marvel, or Star Wars related. No Star Wars news this week, except for, of course, the release 12 Andor episodes. Release dates. That's only other news you can check out on Disney Plus, because we're not going to mention every single release date. But other news, Harry Potter news in the Wizarding world. We have Hogwarts Legacy to be delayed till February, which I'm okay with that as long as they work hard,
take their time,
and take their time with the game. The only disappointing aspect, and I know they're disappointed too, is losing holiday revenue, because it coming out originally in the holiday season that would have boosted the money a lot more
for sure
than coming out in February. But I'm still gonna buy it when it comes out, so we'll see how that goes.
I mean, obviously, it's delayed. Like I said, I'd rather have quality, over the speed of the game.
For sure.
Nevertheless, delayed a couple months is not going to stop me from being an evil wizard and killing everybody.
That's fair enough.
I'm doing that straight up, man. But I'm excited. I've heard mixed reviews about it, so I'm glad they're taking their time to really polish it out.
I am, because it's completely open world. I did hear some other comparisons. It's like, it could be another Elden Ring, hopefully. I don't know, but we'll see.
Oh, wow. That'd be crazy.
I would love it, and I love Harry Potter, so to play that and be in that world would be really cool to see. So,
All right, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, let us know by giving us a review and a download. Here's in the Moment is available on all major podcast platforms. So wherever you listen to podcasts, go ahead, check us out, give us a download.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. We thank y'all for the support y'all been showing us. It's been crazy. So thank you for taking the time to listen to a couple of fools like us. Our next episode will be this Thursday, as I believe.
Probably not Thursday. We don't know when it'll come out yet. Maybe Saturday, depending. We'll see, but it'll be She-Hulk episode 1 breakdown.
We'll see. Sure. Time may vary. We just gotta work it out.
Because it's coming out Thursday instead of Wednesday, so it won't be coming out Thursday. So we'll see how that works.
Why are they changing it?
Well, I think it was because of I don't know exactly. I can't remember why they're changing it. Oh well.
Anyway, but maybe see. Saturday, and if not, then it'll be coming out on Tuesday.
Yes, but we just want to thank y'all for listening, and as always, we love you 3000.